Michael Todd from USA versus Kydargali Ongarbaev from Kazakhstan. East versus West 105 kg title match on 21st of January at East versus West 6. Link to the pay-per-view will be in the description. It is a $15 pay-per-view and 15 amazing elite level matches. The best deal that you can get in arm wrestling by far. So please go for it. It is really necessary. Boris Cyborg is saying, Kid Dummies, the old man 3-zip. I don't know what that means. Jungwon Lee is in the house. King Pradeep, thanks brother. Thanks for joining the chat once again. Jesus M is saying saludos. Salute to you, brother. So big match, big match. I couldn't say that it is one of the most important matches. I think it is going to be the third last match. But it is important for one reason, to know where exactly does the 105 kg world rankings stand. Can Michael Todd be at the top of 105 kg? You would assume so. Unless someone is like who loses a ton of strength after losing weight. If that is not the case, then Michael Todd should be at the top of the world at 105 kilos. Because one reason, he was very good. There was a big period of time, almost a decade, when Michael Todd could have been considered top 5 in the world overall. So for that reason alone, I think Michael needs to be at the top, at least in the top 3 at 105 kilos, maybe even at 115 kilos, 105 kilos. Pro Punjab League in the house, excited for Ongarbaev versus Todd. So Pro Punjab League invited Monster Michael Todd over here to India. I'm really thankful to him. I'm sure Michael is as well. And I got the opportunity to interview Michael there. And amazing stuff. Pro Punjab League, last time I checked, they were like 105k subscribers. And I'm sure they are way more than that right now. Killing it on YouTube. Pro Punjab League guys, please subscribe. The best arm wrestling content in India by far. In Asia. And if we talk about tournament arm wrestling, then probably in the entire world. And I'm sure they will catch up in the super match department as well. Michael Todd matches are always the most entertaining. Jungwon Lee, I agree. Kydargali, very underrated. I think he's someone who is correctly rated. I wouldn't say that he's underrated. For sure, I wouldn't say that he's overrated. I think but Michael may be underrated at this weight. That's what I'm going to say. Michael Todd is underrated at 105 kilos. Pro Punjab League 105. Okay. Last time I checked, it was 100k. Now they are at 105. 105k subs. That's amazing. Considering that they had only 14k, 14k subs about 4 months ago. Love you, Pradeep Bhai, Rando, Takalembam. Love you, Pradeep Bhai. Keep up the good work. Thanks, brother. I will. And I've taken some leave, off time from work, and I'm going to kill it on YouTube. This month is mine. This month belongs to Arm Wrestling News. Is Kydargali getting stronger, getting better, or reached peak? I would say he could be almost at his peak, but I have a very good reason just by looking at Ongarbaev, just by looking at how system works in Kazakhstan, government facilities, everything. Your life, your career can be ruined. Your public image can be ruined if you are known to be on steroids. I have a very good reason to believe that Kydargali Ongarbaev is natural. So when he gets older, by older I mean 35, right now he's 28 I think, or 27. So by the time he gets 34, 35, when he thinks that he does not need the government subsidies anymore, he does not want to compete in WAF anymore, maybe if he decides to go on the pancakes, then we'll see a different version of Kydargali Ongarbaev. Okay. Do you think Michael endurance will be better than John when he faced Ongarbaev? Yes, I do think so. We have big plans as far as super matches are concerned. Stay tuned. For sure. Thanks. Because when the last time MMT pulled at 105 kilos? That's a good question. I made a video, and in that video I said I have not seen Michael below 105 kilos or at this weight since 2010 maybe, or even before that. Then Michael mentioned he sent me a message and he said that the last time he was 100 kilos was in 2015 Unified Nationals, where he won left and right-handed Masters and Seniors division both. So Michael has been 100 kilos in 2015. Okay, did I miss any comment? I think Michael is a stronger arm wrestler considering he's naturally a much bigger guy. The question is, will he retain that strength at a lighter weight? You must have seen that Michael always mentions that he was, let's say, 250 pounds. He ate up some pizza during the night, and when he woke up, he was 260 pounds. I don't know how that math works, but we have heard that thing quite a few times from Michael. So if he can unintentionally gain 10 pounds overnight, then I'm quite sure when he's making a cut to 231 pounds, 105 kilos, I think Michael is going to be easily about 250 pounds on the day the match happens. Because right now Michael is around 255 or 260, I guess. He's 255 right now. Only worry is that Michael is going to hurt himself. He says his bicep feels sore. That's what I was also talking about. If Michael's bicep was not injured, I would have him as a heavy favorite in this match. This is an unpopular opinion, I know, but I would have him as a big favorite. I hope Michael in his RV is listening to me right now, because he was in his RV. I think he uploaded a video about an hour ago or 2 hours ago about the arm break of Adrian Ross's bodybuilder. So thank you, Rebecca, for letting Michael listen to my live stream and listening to it yourself. The huge weight cut doesn't help either. Yeah, possible. But Michael can drop weight easily. Sometimes he did not intend to drop on weight and he still was around 240 pounds. So cutting extra 10 more pounds, I don't think it is going to be a huge deal for him. He isn't a young man anymore. The weight loss will deplete his strength, similar to Bowen coming down in weight. But Ryan Bowen, yeah, I don't know how methodical or how clever he was with his weight loss journey. Because he weighed in almost 2 days before, or maybe 3 days before, something like that. And he still wasn't able to recover. That was... Changwon is Michael... If Michael is healthy, Ongarbaev has no chance. I too think so, and I'm going to give you the reason why I think so. Evan Live is still on though. I don't mind. I think because for US and Canada, it will be too late, I guess, if I delayed. I saw that he's live, but I think it will be too late if I started later. Okay. Harvey Weinstein is saying, I think MMT should have taken more time off. It's too soon. Ongarbaev is too freakishly strong to take on less than 100%. That's my worry as well, because there will be a time when Ongarbaev will turn Michael palm up. He will take his wrist, and at that time, Michael will be entirely on his bicep. That is going to be a big deal for him. Chance Shaw in the house. What's up, Pradeep? What's up, Chance? Just wait a second. Pradeep, do you think Devon dropping to 105 kg to face left-handed pullers like Alijan Petrenko or maybe even Zok would be a close match? 105 left-handed Alijan Petrenko. Yeah, I think so. Oleg Zok. I think Devon would... Oleg Zok is not the same Oleg Zok that he used to be before. Chance, please mention that... Are you free? Like, when you wake up, maybe 12 hours from now, are you free for a live stream? We can do a live about your match. Still waiting on the Friday you chose for a call. Yeah, man. Yeah. Devon has said he won't compete with his left anymore. Or maybe even after this live stream, we can do that. Devon has said he won't compete with the left anymore. I'm not sure if he said that. Yes, he isn't paying much attention to that, but I'm not sure if it is what he said. So let me give you a small history about this match. At first, most of us know that the match that was supposed to happen was between Irakli Zirakashvili and Kydargali Ongarbaev. But there are some unknown reasons as to why Ongarbaev said that he does not want to face Irakli. Yes, in 12 hours. So guys, please, 12 hours from now, you're listening. What time is it? For me, it will be 8:30 p.m. IST. Convert that into your time zone, and that is when we will be doing maybe a 45-minute or maybe 1 hour live with Chan Shaw if he has some time. Pradeep, can you shoot for more set times you live stream through the week? For now, yes. For the entire month, I can do a fixed time. But after that, I work in shift, sometimes morning shift, sometimes afternoon, sometimes night shift. So it is impossible for me to stick to a fixed time. But for this month, I can do. J.R. Williams will let me know, the super chat master. He will let me know what time he wants. So 12 hours from now is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good. I guess when he was, and you're going to beat him, bro. There is nothing much to discuss, but still to promote the match a little bit, we're going to do that. I guess when he was in Germany, he was talking about it. Okay, not competing on the left arm. Got it. Devon has said he won't compete with left anymore. I already read that. What are your thoughts on your stats on the cards? Chance, okay. Hello, arm wrestling fans. Like, yeah. MMT makes weight healthy, happy, and bicep holds up. I think he wins easy. I too think so. So Ongarbaev versus Irakli was cancelled. Then Michael wanted a match against Prudnik because that was the match that was initially set before Devon stepped up for Michael's replacement. And by the way, Michael injured his right shoulder when he was hiking in UK. He fell down and he injured something in the bicep. That rotator cuff is really easy to tear. It is really easy to injure. Then when he came back, he was arm wrestling with, I think it was Corey West, and he felt something in his bicep. He felt something and he immediately told the camera, told all of us that he felt something in the bicep. Then after that, he stopped arm wrestling. He went to a doctor, got an MRI, and it was a partial tear in bicep. I don't know how painful it is. I don't know how much time it takes to heal because I'm not strong enough to tear a bicep. You would never hear a novice arm wrestler just because they are not strong enough to apply enough pressure to their weak bicep tendons. Like our bicep tendons are weak, still we are not strong enough to apply enough pressure to detach a bicep tendon. That is pec tear, bicep tear. These injuries are the injuries that you will only see on an elite arm wrestler or strong guy who is actually strong, like elite gym guy or somebody like that. We beginners don't have those injuries. अब आप कब compete करोगे भाई? I don't know, man. Maybe soon on the left arm. Give me a match. Pradeep, who do you think of the arm? What do you think of the arm wrestling trading cards? Awesome, man. Awesome. I know though they ran into some issues. Like I saw a post on Reddit, and Engi Terzi also commented that they have changed the photos. Like John Brezink on Black Adam's body, it was looking awesome. The photo was looking awesome, but still it is amazing. Amazing. I would love to buy one of the cards. I think it is $150. Digitally signed, is it? Am I correct? Or manually signed? I'm not sure. Manually signed, I think. MMT makes weight, okay. Hello, arm wrestling fans. Something to note, Hermes was also never seen full hand pressing before his match versus Michael. Yeah, interesting point. Interesting point. Ongarbaev might do it. It all starts somewhere. Yeah, us weaker arm wrestler have a better chance breaking arm than popping a tendon. Yeah, I too agree. Somebody asked me about if I think I can break my arm or not. And I said that my... I don't think... Yeah, bicep tendon, I think. And I said the same thing, that my arm is going to break probably way before my bicep or pectoral muscle detach. And even though I think my joints are weaker than bones, like before my humerus bone decides to go, I think my elbow or my shoulder is going to go way before that. So I think I run a very low risk of breaking my arm just because I'm so weak. The joints are so weak. Pradeep, reveal your bicep. No, it is not worth revealing, bro. Hardly. I need to lift some weights, then it may go to 15. Maybe even not. Maybe it stays below 15 inches. Have you seen all the cards listed on the East versus West website? I didn't go there, but I've seen the photos of almost all of them. J.R. Williams in the house. Pradeep, what did Paul intimate to you behind the scenes was the reason for the Ongarbaev versus Irakli match cancellation? To be honest, brother, I did not ask him. Right now, when I mentioned that, I thought, man, I forgot to ask Paul. I'm being genuinely honest. I did not know what the reason was. Let me do something. But still, I may not show you guys what the reason was. Hello, Paul. Good evening, brother. So, what was the reason that you were mentioning that was the reason for cancellation of Michael? Not Michael. What was the match? Irakli Zirakashvili versus Kydargali Ongarbaev. I'm on a live stream right now. I won't show your message. Strict curl amount. No idea. Maybe 110 pounds. Maybe. I'm guessing. If I lift, even for 110, I would need to lift weights for about a week or so, I guess. But the edits definitely are awesome too. Yeah, which edits? Lagazing. I actually prefer the real photos. Okay. Thanks, J.R. Williams. Thank you, brother. I am not sure yet what the reason was. Then Michael wanted Prudnik, but Prudnik's elbow was also injured, so he was also not competing. Then Devon led, but Devon is also not competing. Then the next match was Sandre Sedis, but Michael wanted a match for a title shot, and the title shot was available with Ongarbaev. That's why Michael versus Ongarbaev is the match. And I think it is a good match. It is going to be a war for sure. None of the athletes is going to win easy, especially after seeing Ongarbaev's hand control against John Brezink. That was impressive. What's your favorite exercise, Pradeep? I know it was muscle ups before. Yeah. What about now? I cannot do muscle ups now. It scares the hell out of me and I'm unfit to do them. Like, I believe to do a muscle up, you need to do about 10 strict pull ups. I'm not sure if I can do 10 strict full hanging, dead hang pull ups. So, muscle ups is out of option. But I would say hammer curls. I like to do hammer curls, lat rows, whichever exercise I can lift a little bit weight in. Lat rows, I think I can do dumbbell rows, maybe a little above over 100 pounds. So I like that exercise. 150 pound, clerks 93, $150 for the cards. Correct. And next favorite exercise would be, I still like these neutral grip pull-ups. These are my favorite. Any pressing motion, I hate. My shoulder hurts. I cannot even bench my own body weight right now. So that's disgusting. But that's about it. Paul told me that my wrist rising exercise was okay. I asked Paul whenever I try to test my max on every exercise, and I asked Paul was like, you should do 60 pounds on it. And I was like, Paul, I got 45. I got 40 pounds. But the one exercise where Paul thought that I may get 40 pounds was the one where I got more than that. I think 55 or something wrist rise. Not 55. over 25 kilos. Yeah, around 50 pounds I got there. You know what's kind of funny is how everyone talks about Evgeny being injured, but there's a video of Devon's doctor talking about his elbow and joints, and his are completely short. Yes, I agree. If Michael wins, should Prudnik be next? It depends on Michael, what match he wants. I think it can be a good match, Prudnik versus Michael. So after that, we talked about when Michael was this light to 2015 it was, and Ongarbaev's matches. So Ongarbaev mentioned recently that he injured his right shoulder while trying to beat Evgeny Prudnik in 2019. That's when he injured his rotator cuff. So he had to undergo surgery last year, and these surgeries, I don't know how athletes recover from that, but I had the rotator cuff surgery about more than 4 years ago. I think it was, December 2018, and I've still not recovered. I still cannot do anything with my right arm. Maybe the surgery was not good, it was not success, or maybe the post-surgery therapy, the exercises I did were not enough. So, but still Ongarbaev recovered. He lost in Kazakhstan after that when he competed after his surgery to Valery Baranov. But then, few months later, he came back and beat Baranov comfortably. Then he faced John Brzezinski. He beat John Brzezinski, and he was supposed to win. I think he would have beaten Krasimir easily at WAF Worlds, but he did not compete on the right arm because he got sick. He had fever or something. And on the left arm, he won comfortably. So that was his journey. Pradeep, what do you think? Okay, what do you think of Ongarbaev versus Jerry? Hermes grabbed my weenie. No, Jerry is going to kill Ongarbaev. Not even close. I don't want to see Michael versus Devon again. Upcoming star in arm wrestling from India. Upcoming star. There are some good guys from Kerala. 17, 18-year-olds. I don't know why. I don't know their name. Paul is talking in code words. I don't know what he's saying. Perception of food chain. I don't know what that means. Okay. Hello Pradeep. Jerry Cadret's tongue is saying, Alexander Clark. You know what's kind of funny is how everyone talks about Evgeny being injured, and I have read it again. Steve Thomas from Kerala. Yes, Steve Thomas. I was talking about some other guy, but Steve Thomas is 19 years old and he was already in the finals. That was amazing. Finals of 70 kilos. That's amazing. And upcoming star Yogesh Chaudhary in the female division, super heavyweight. Yogesh Chaudhary is really, really amazing. She's like, she used to compete in powerlifting, or before that in strong woman, and she just transitioned into arm wrestling. And in India, she has not lost a single round ever. Umesh Dhruv versus Suhail Khan. I think Suhail Khan wins that match easy. I think he wins it easy. He gave Rahul a hard time. Shetty is saying, yeah, correct. So let's go back to our match. Michael versus Ongarbaev. So Michael Todd has not won, I think, a single match against someone who is at his weight in last 2-3 years. Correct me if I'm missing something. He lost to Devon 2021. I think that was his only super match, I'm guessing. Then after that to Gennady, then Revaz. These 3 matches he lost, and after that he beat Todd Hutchings, who was not a super heavyweight. Yeah, that's correct, Lagya. That's correct. Is East versus West still a 2-day event? Nope, it is 1-day event, only on 21st. What do you think of Ongarbaev versus Jerry? Reddit. So, let's get back to the match. I think that's it. Michael has not won a single match at his own weight in last 2 or 3 years. But this is big time. Like, Michael won at 105 kilos. I want him, man. For some reason, I want him to win. Like, that would be awesome. 3 old dudes from America. One is 47. The other one is, I think, 50 years old. Jerry is 51 or 52. All 3 of them having East versus West titles. That would be amazing to see. The old guys from North America. MMT will probably foul out in a round by using his King's move to gas Ongarbaev out. Clerks 93, perfect strategy. I would love to do that if I was in Michael's place. Devon did the exact same thing in the first round against Prudnik as well. East versus West 6 is a single day event, 21st January. Arm wrestling news. Ongarbaev is a heavy favorite because he is in his prime, while MMT is in the nadir point. What does that mean? Low point of his career. Does he really deserve this match? And I think, yeah, for sure he deserves this match. And can you articulate what an L means for MMT? Loss for Michael would be disastrous. Like, that is something that Michael wouldn't want to see. Because as I just mentioned, he has not won a match at his weight. And if he loses this match at 105 kilos, where he can be the strongest, I think the strongest of Michael we can see at around 110 kilos. But 105, 115, both of them are amazing. But still, that the loss would be disastrous. But why am I saying that Michael is the favorite to win this match? Of course, his bicep needs to hold up. He cannot afford to feel any kind of pain during the match. Otherwise, it would be disastrous because Ongarbaev will gain hand control. I do not see Michael having hand control, at least in the beginning of the match. He may regain hand control near to the pin pad, but not before that. And till that time, a lot of pressure would be put on his bicep because Ongarbaev will have Not only pronation, but cupping as well. So that can be difficult to deal with for Michael. I hope his bicep holds up. And the reason, if we go back, as somebody mentioned, that Ongarbaev has not used the press, but it was same for Hermes Gasparini as well before that. But Ongarbaev lost his wrist against Alex Cordecha. Yes, he lost it in the center, but against Michael, he may lose it towards the end of the near the pin pad. But there, I think Ongarbaev will need a shoulder press. How Ongarbaev beat Alex Cordecha? He was leaning to this side and he was just going sideways like Todd Hutchings, and he beat him that way. If he had that standing up, getting behind his shoulder and doing a flop press thing, he would have beaten him easier, in my opinion. He would have beaten Alex Cordecha easier. But you cannot beat Michael like that. I mean, Todd Hutchings tried that. Todd Hutchings was going sideways without his wrist. He cannot beat Michael. He got a sneaky pin on Michael, but one pin is never enough to beat someone like Michael. So I think Ongarbaev is going to attempt to do the same thing. And can you name anyone who was able to beat Michael's King's move without a wrist and just by going sideways without actually getting behind their shoulder and then pressing? I don't think it is possible. I don't think it can happen. And I'm not sure if Ongarbaev has the ability to stand tall, get behind his shoulder and then press. Just imagine Gennady was able to do that. Gennady, same thing. He was just hitting sideways and he pinned Michael Todd. How many times? Once. In the next 2 rounds, even Gennady needed to stand up, get behind his shoulder and then really press with the super heavy frame. Same thing for Revaz Lutidze. Revaz Lutidze, I think he was also able to get one pin against Michael by just going sideways without getting behind his shoulder. But then again, what happened? Round 2 and round 3, he cannot do that. He had to stand up, get behind with his super heavy frame, even shoulders crossing the center line, then press with his whole body weight. And I'm saying that we have not seen him do that. We have not seen Ongarbaev do that. But again, once again for Revaz, just like someone said for Hermes, I think for Revaz also it was the first time Revaz did that flop press. So maybe we are going to see a first time flop press by getting behind his shoulder from Ongarbaev. Unless that happens, I have Michael winning this match. Different direction than shoulder press, yes. Against Alex, Ongarbaev was hitting sideways. That's what I'm saying. And you cannot beat Michael like that. You cannot beat Michael like that. And I'm sure we have not seen Ongarbaev do the press that we are just talking about, which is needed to beat Michael. That's why I think Michael will win this match. Yeah, Michael won the first round against Revaz. I was talking about the round that Revaz won. The first round that Revaz won. I'm not sure how he won that, but it could have been without a press. Does Hermes have the second strongest hand in the world? It looks like that. It may be, yeah. Is Michael's King's move... No. I'm not sure how the endurance of the Russian Zaur Pezulaev is going to hold up, but I would say he may have a stronger hand than Hermes Gasparini. I would say Zaur's hand may be second, but Zaur has only one option. Hermes has many options. So maybe Hermes can beat him in a super match, but Zaur, I think it is a safe bet to say that Zaur has a stronger hand than Hermes. Yes, I agree. It depends on how Ongarbaev approaches the pin itself. Yeah, because it is possible for Ongarbaev to gain hand control, to gain cupping, then get behind the shoulder and then press. This is the easiest press to do. But I'm not sure if Ongarbaev can do the same thing when he's like that without his wrist. That may be difficult for him. Against Alex Ongarbaev hitting sideways, yeah. People like Gennady have pinned Michael sideways, but that's because Michael decided not to go under the table and didn't pull normally. So he has to decide that in this match as well. It is not an option. Yes, it is an option if you want to take 1 foul, if you want to take 2 foul. I think that can also be a good strategy. But that is only a good strategy if by utilizing the fouls, by going under the table, you are able to crack your opponent's wrist. If you are able to crack it open, then I would go even as far as maybe losing 2 rounds on fouls if it is needed to tire your opponent out. Armwrestling unfiltered. Hi guys. But if it is not working, he is still having hand control while you're going under the table and you're giving up fouls, then it can be disastrous for you. So give me the chat. I want to ask you a few questions. Give me 3 names who you think can beat Michael Todd at 105 kilos. That's my question. 3 names at 105 kilos who can beat Michael. For now, Devon to me is not a 105 kg guy. I'm assuming that he's not going to cut down to that weight. Can Michael even make weight? He didn't weigh 271, I think it was. I'm not sure. 271, but that too was in clothes and shoes. Can Michael even make weight? Duck Hunter Gaming. Pradeep, how well do you think Pavlo could do in supers? He seems to have the strength for it. Alexander Clark. So he lost to John Berzink. First round was easy. First round was difficult for John. After that, it was kind of easy. Okay. Alexander Clark. Paulin? You're saying Paulin would beat Michael at 105 kilos? No. That is not going to happen. Prudnik, Berzink, Irakli. Interesting. And all of them can be close matches. Like, all of them can be close. Only Ongarbaev, maybe John. I don't trust Irakli's skill set. Yeah, I don't think Irakli has the press to beat Michael. I don't think so. But yeah, that's about it. I don't think there are any more guys, and I wouldn't even count Irakli in that. So Michael can be top 3 in the world at this weight. And if Michael wins this match dominantly, I think it is going to give him the incentive to stay at this weight or 115 kilos for a longer time. Because Devon, Michael, they're getting old. Not really wise decision to push your body with PEDs to get heavier. I think at this weight, they can be more dominant, and these weight categories will be recognized more. Trust me, when Devon competes at 115, Michael at 105. 105 is already the best weight category at East versus West. But these guys are going to glamorize the weight categories as well. Levon and Corey West, Armwrestling Unfiltered. Prudnik too short to get the full press on MMT. Yeah, man, the table is built for over 6 foot guys. Prudnik is over 6 feet, but sometimes I'm 5'10 and a half, 179 centimeters. And when I go on the table, I feel I'm always on my toes. I feel like I need a riser to arm wrestle for some reason. I don't know why. It may sound silly, like 5'10 and a half, but I feel like I need a riser to be, especially to do the press. Like, unless I'm fully on my toes, I cannot even think about pressing someone. So I'm for sure, I feel a shorter guy for the table. I don't know how the 5'5", 5'6" guys are arm wrestling on the table without a riser. Like Sasha Andreev, John Prudnik, Todd Hutchings. Yeah, same. Todd Hutchings, 105 kilos. Interesting. That match can be close. It can be close at that weight for sure. But I still wouldn't say that I can see Todd beating Michael for 3 times. So I think that's going to be an amazing match. That's about it that I wanted to talk about here. Monster Michael Todd versus Kydargali Ongarbaev. My prediction is a 3-1 victory for Michael Todd, provided that his bicep holds up. It doesn't hurt him much during the match. Ongarbaev has the hand control. He has the size advantage. Michael has the... I'm not sure. I wouldn't say Michael has the endurance advantage anymore, because his endurance was not great when he lost last 3 matches. I wouldn't say he has an endurance advantage, but he has the King's Move advantage, which I believe Ongarbaev does not have the key to open to. I don't think Ongarbaev has the press needed to beat. And all the super heavyweight, this is what I assume. I'm assuming Michael is not going to be more than 5% weaker or 10% weaker when he competed against the super heavy guys, against Gennady, against Revaz. Even when I see them having to completely get on Michael's arm and completely force their super heavyweight frame, then getting a pin over Michael, I don't see Ongarbaev being able to do that. I think even if Ongarbaev gets behind his shoulder, which is unlikely in my opinion, even then he may struggle to finish Michael at this weight. You see Michael, you watch his arms, his biceps, he still looks the same. I don't know how he loses that much weight and still looks exactly about the same. I feel like the table needs to be higher. I'm half squat. How tall are you? How tall are you? Say this can make 105. Yes, he can make that weight. And he can be a dangerous opponent for Michael. In case of Irakli versus Ongarbaev win, Irakli and Ongarbaev win, how the 105 kg ranking will be. So Ongarbaev remains number one. Ongarbaev remains number one, and Irakli gets to number two, I think. That's how it would work, I'm guessing. How much Sandris weigh now? I think 115 kilos, something like that. Pradeep, surely MMT hasn't been able to own West practice pulling now, and with his reduced weight, correct? I didn't watch his channel. I didn't understand your question. Pradeep, surely MMT hasn't been able to own West practice pulling now with his reduced weight. Okay, you're talking about Corey West, Michael beating him. I think Michael still controls Corey. This is what I'm assuming. I think they only practiced once after that bicep injury, and Michael was able to do something against Corey in that. So this is probably 110, 115, yeah. At this talk makes one appreciate Hermes' performance even more. He was 100 kg and pulled super heavyweight Michael. Yeah, that match was amazingly close. Like, as close as it can get. As close as it can get. Let me search the rankings, graphics and art. Where was the rankings? How did I miss that? I think it's only graphics. Rankings, please show up. It's Devon there, 115, 105. Does anyone know where the rankings are right now? Yep, there we go. So Ongarbaev, John Brzezinski, Evgeny Prudnik. Prudnik has not even competed at this weight, has he? Yeah, against Todd Hutchings. He beat Todd Hutchings at 105 kilos. 107 kilos it was. So yes, I think if Irakli beats him, he would go to John Brzezinski's number 2 spot according to Angie Terzi's rule set. 6'4", duck hunting is 6'4" in shoes without 6'3". Yeah, 6'3" you are. What do you think about Dennis' opinion on Zaur potential? He was saying, of course he was biased because Zaur is also Russian. He was saying that Zaur may even beat Levan Saginashvili. I don't think so. But I do believe that Zaur right now can be the only person to take Levan on this side and make him work out of that defensively. That's what Zaur can do. But not more than that in my opinion. So yeah, he would take number 2 spot. And Michael is not ranked here. Evgeny is in 3 classes, hard worker. Is table height standard for all arm wrestling leagues? Yes, I think it is. 36 inches, 3.5 feet is the height. 107 kilos. Yeah, he's only 107 kilos. He competed in 110 WAF. I'm not sure how he can be lighter than that now. I think it's a good match for Pavlo. Would be someone like Tobias Sporong. What do you think about Dennis' opinions, or where can Bowen move in rankings if he beats Chance? These are East versus West rankings, and Bowen wouldn't be there even if he beats him. What's Sasho's max weight? I think 88, 89 kilos, something like that. 90 maximum. He competes in 90, but he has never been over 90. That's what I have heard. Was Dennis holding back? Of course, if you are going up against an explosive top roller like Zaur and you are letting him hit and trying to catch him, that is like almost holding back. Almost. Thanks everyone. About 38 minutes. Maybe I'll go for one more minute. 40 minutes looks awesome. I tried to end it at 30, but there were some topics left that we needed to discuss. Chan Shaw versus Bowen. So in about 11 or 30 minutes from now, we have Chan Shaw live talking about the Ryan Bowen match, and hopefully we are going to discuss this question. Alexander Clark. We are going to discuss that question there. I'll be doing one live stream every day till I'm on leave for 30 days. You guys maybe are getting bored, but that's the reason why I only do these 30-40 minute live streams. I'm not going for hours and hours every day. I know it is good. If I do a live stream for 2 hours, which trust me I can do, then the views are going to go up. But still, I don't want to bore you. Pradeep, you're the man. Thanks again, Alexander Clark. For sure, brother. Sure. This is why I'm here to work. Do you think Jerry versus Levan must happen before Zaur versus Levan. No, I wouldn't say I think that on a gunpoint. I wouldn't say that. Why would Jerry versus Levan need to happen? Jerry versus Hermes Gasparini needs to happen. If you said that, yes, that would have been a correct statement. Okay. Thanks guys. Bye. You'll watch an ad before you leave. Zhao needs to prove against Chafee first. And this is what he's trying to get. By the way, Chafee interview is also, Zaur interview is also on today.